I'm still eating. I need a second. I need a second. I started making dinner. Like stream dinners. Food I can have in case I need a stream, and then I don't have to wait for dinner afterwards. I can have it like now. But then I'm also starting to figure out, excuse me, maybe I need to just figure out when to eat my food now. Because the burrito is good. It's just figuring out when I can eat it properly, because it's 5:30 now, but next time we get on and next time we're live, it's not going to be the same. Okay. We can switch to the game. Also, I'm curious. What would be a real good bean and cheese recipe? Bean and cheese burrito. Does it have refried beans and normal beans? Oh, salsa. So it's got refried beans, paprika, garlic powder, salt, pepper, cheese, salsa, tortillas, and an onion. I should just mix it into the beans. I should flavor my beans a little more. I don't think I was flavoring my beans enough. Nice one, Roll. Thank you, Em. Also, hello. Well, actually, can I do this? Can I... Oh, nope. Is it purge? Oh, I can't time myself out. I'm not allowed. Okay, I thought I was able to. That's so aggressive, though. You cannot time out the broadcaster. Yes. So we have this money. Oh, we can't see that money. Just slash me. Is that how I can ban myself? We have this money. And we can customize the room. Well, maybe that's the walls and the table. But I don't know if that'll make us happier. But also, I don't want to spend this money in case we need to buy something crazy from the shop. I'm just curious. Emily rates is timed out. That's a lie. I don't remember making that command. I forgot how to change your the color of your text. I used to be able to do that. Not be able to. I used to know how to do that. Me and boss, so cute. I'm almost done with burrito. See, I don't know if I trust you. Me. Oh, based on the username color. Beans. Okay, that makes sense. He wants some beans. This burrito's good. I made a good burrito. I do want to flavor my chicken better next time. Hail the beans. The refried beans is really good. The cheese is really good. I think the chicken could be seasoned a little more. It was one of those pre-cooked ones that you have in the supermarket, like the roasted ones already. I spent 12 minutes, I'm just eating. I need to eat way beforehand. Especially if we're doing a visual novel, like straight up. This is such a bad idea. Okay. Okay. Okay, here we go. I still have food in my mouth. Huh? I didn't expect you today. I was waiting for you to call and say you wouldn't be coming or something. Things at the Apollo Bank are getting ugly, so that means more people will be looking for a drink. You can take a break, you know. You're quite the hard worker. And the streets are not exactly safe right now. They've never been when you get down to it. And besides, I can't afford to not come with the bar closing down soon. I wonder if any bars used impending closure as a means of getting their employees to work. Seems like the total opposite would happen. Not to mention I get bored out of my brains in my apartment, so I'd rather come here anyway. That's... Jill, no. Jill, you need a... What did you say? Nothing important. Gil isn't back yet? Nope, I wouldn't worry too much about it. Well, if you say so. I just had a burrito. That girl still here? Yep, she was sleeping so peacefully I felt bad about waking her up. So, would you mind doing that for me? Actually, yes, I mind. But you're the boss and it's kind of my fault she's here in the first place. Sorry about that. Hey, young lady. Sleep another hour and we'll have to start charging you a motel fee. Where am I? Oh, right. The shoddy downtown bar. Anime was a mistake. Let's see, all my gear is in place. And neither my pants nor my panty, shirt, or bra have been displaced. Oh, it's the flat bartender. Good morning. Good evening. Evening. Oh well. It's the best day of sleep I've ever had in quite some time. Sorry for all the trouble I may have caused you today or last night. Don't worry. You're so nice, flat bartender. Thanks for taking care of me. Bye. Hello guys and gals, Jimmy-chan's back in action with her batteries reloaded. Ah, the moon, it burns! I feel like I've just unleashed something terrible onto the world. Come on, it's not that bad. Say, what's this bottle? A client gave it to me yesterday. A gift of some sort, I'm guessing. Oh, cool. Why did the music stop? Oh, okay, never mind. It's some sort of rum? Rum? Nice. Want me to serve you a bit of it? Yeah, sure. Let's give boss some rum. Bottle drinks tab. Drag into the shaker before mixing it. Bloop. Rum. It's literally just that. Do we have to mix it? Here. Alright. I'm gonna enjoy this in my office. Thanks. Anytime. Okay then. Let's set that playlist. Uemoto. All systems go. Bop, bop. Time to serve, mix, and change lives. Wait, that's not how it goes. Time to serve drinks and change lives. Whew, no one here to retort. Man, I feel so lonely without Gil here. I just hope the restlessness in the street doesn't lead to dangerous weird types coming in here. Good evening. Holy shit, that was a record-breaking jinx. Welcome to Valhalla. What can I get you? I'll have a blueberry. Don't make me joke about becoming real. Don't make a joke about becoming real. On it. A brain with the blue fairy. 1 Flanner Glide. Optional ketamine. All aged and mixed. Here you go. Nice, yeah. This is the thing. So, how are you gonna... Oh, you can grab stuff. I should have figured as much. You can drink stuff and eat. I have the same system Lilem do. Can I ask you something, miss? Call me Taylor. Just Taylor. It's just a brain who can somehow grab something. I don't know how they grab stuff. And yes, cutie, like, are you cutie? Like, you can ask me anything. Okay, Taylor. You have to be the first person I met that didn't go, okay, just Taylor. Nah, too easy. You're a brain in a jar, right? I'm sure not a hologram. I'm sure not a hologram. I'm sure. Yep, I'm a bona fide human brain in a jar. So how? Why? What does my handsomeness make you? What does my handsomeness make you speechless? You're not something a girl sees every day, and that's saying quite a bit in these parts. You're not, but I have a speech prepared for these situations. A speech? You're seeing one of the 5 great living bottled brains of the world. We are brains living in conditions that allow us to exist as any other humanoid creature. All while computers in our jars scan our activities. In a slow but steady manner, we are helping the world understand inner workings of nature's most complex computer. I'm guessing you prepared that after being asked the same question too many times, huh? Not out of exasperation or anything like that, mind you. I just wanted to have something thoughtful prepared. Look, I even have a couple of pamphlets with me. You want one? Sure, why not? What brings you out of our world's 5 brain? What brings one of our world's 5 brains in a jar to this place, though? Oh, I'm from around here, actually. Is obviously confused. Bewildered. I am very bewildered. I just wanted to take a walk for the first time in quite a bit of time. Have you come here before? Sadly, no. Otherwise, I'd remember a cute face like yours. Speaking of which, can I have your name? It's Jill. Jill, that's a really cute name. Thank you. Say, weren't you scared of going outside today? What with the commotion around and all? It didn't stop you from coming here, did it? Yeah, you're right. It's gonna take more than cryptic and but ominous news to stop me. You're awfully energetic. Did you know that? Sorry, does that bother you? No, not at all. Just I figured that a brain in a jar wouldn't be so, happy. While I was alive, my body got to a point where there wasn't too much I could do. This new stage of existence allows me to accomplish more than I ever could before. Plus, I'm doing something that'll help people in the long run. Man, felt that. Yeah, this game like semi... I want to be a brain in a jar. Do you think brains in a jar can experience... Well, I mean, he can experience drinks, so he can surely experience croissants. Well, actually, I don't know. Taylor could also be a lady name, so... But Taylor could experience croissants. I wonder... Do you want to make me happy, Jill? Depends on what it takes. Don't worry, just give me a beer. Alright, then yeah, I'll make you happy. Why does the brain only drink B drinks? Dun 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 dun. All mixed. Beer. Here's a beer. Ah yes, no matter what happens, beer's always good. B brain. I know, it's... I don't know if it's on the notes, because the brain ordered a blue fairy, and now a beer. So maybe there's something next. It's interesting though, just yesterday I was talking to a client about brain uploads. You were? Yeah, we were talking about how even if you upload your brain, you'd still be here. I've thought about that too. Do you think the you in the cybernetic environment would feel like she was indeed transferred? Like, would she remember everything? Like waking up someplace else and so on? That's an interesting question. I was actually thinking earlier about being able to transfer someone's brain into a Lilum. One of the brains is being used in such an experiment actually. They can make a functional Lilum. Unfortunately, the wiring and other such stuff makes it look more creepy than anything. They aren't transferring his identity or anything though, just wiring him to a body. Oh, so they're already putting stuff to bodies. I thought they would figure that out by now. But I guess brain wouldn't just be a brain. Also, what did they just call Brain Brian? You think someone would rather do that than float around an exposed jar? I have to admit, the whole brain thing looks creepy. But the body I'm telling you about is just uncanny looking. Speaking of uncanny, how did you feel when you saw yourself like this for the first time? It was... Brad, the brain in a jar! It could have been Brad! I never was too attached to my body. Later in my life, that was almost literal. You know what the downside to this body is? But damn, hot Brad, go for it. I can't get drunk. So if you want to call that a downside, if you wanted to drink alcohol for the taste, there are many alternatives. Drunkenness is part of the whole experience. Why though? Lilum can get drunk with no problem. Yeah, but in their case, their brain's computer attached to their body. Getting drunk causes their brains to reduce the input speed of their bodies. Depending on the model, their drunk subroutine might throw in a different behavioral cycle even. It's hard to get drunk when the whole point of you being in the jar is figuring out exactly how you work. I guess you're right. Hey, Jill! Oh, Alma. Oh, Alma? Where's the courtesy one would expect from a plebeian bar staff? Welcome to Valhalla, what can I get you? Happy? Not when you put it that way. Why, hello there, beautiful. Whoa! You hurt my feelings with that, darling. Sorry. You don't see talking disembodied brains every day. I mean, I did work a summer in Lilum maintenance, but even then, those were talking heads. Oh, don't you worry about it. At least you're not running or painting. Your name was Alma, right? I'm Taylor. Nice to meet you, Taylor. Say, Alma, can I buy you a drink? Sorry, I only date people who are at least 50% organic and have at least one face. I know I know just what to strive for then. Yeah, have you not met... Oh, I don't know if you were there when Alma showed up, but Alma's gorgeous. Just kidding, it'd make me happy to make you happy by buying you a drink. Does that bother you? I guess if Jill's the bartender, I don't have a problem with that. Awesome, I'll pay for your next drink then. What will you have? I'll have a cobalt velvet. And you, Taylor? I'm fine, actually. You're gonna have me drink alone? I don't want to drink that much. Okay then. Cobalt velvet. From Taylor to Alma. 2 aldehydes, 3 flannerglides, and then 5 catramine. All on the rocks mixed. Ooh. Your drink. Hope you enjoy it. You know, you've been nicer to me these past minutes than at least 3 guys have been in the last year. Judging from the way you two talk, I'm guessing you've been a client here for a while now, right? Only for about half a year or so, if memory serves right. Really? One would think it's been longer. It feels like it's been longer. Shut up, you love me and you know it. So, you just started coming here and that was it? Well, the first time I came here, the other guy... Speaking of which, where's Pablo? Gillian. It's Gillian! Archimedes. Dunno, adventuring or something. Anyways, the other guys served me the first time I came here. Nothing unusual there. The next time I showed up, Jill here was the one serving and... I don't know. I feel like she just gets me. There's this chemistry we click. We click, she says. The fact that I feel more chemistry with her than with many other people is kinda sad, though. Well, it's always good to see such a nice friendship. Sadly, it's getting late and I've got to go. I'll leave you two lovely ladies alone. Bye-bye. Bye. Please come again. That tailor sure was nice. A bit weird at first, though. Apparently, one of the 5 brains being studied by scientists or some shit like that. There's a summary of it in this pamphlet. Let's see. Oh yeah, I've heard of them before. I can't believe I actually met one. Say, Alma, how many people are there in your family? I'm just curious. Well, aside from my mom and dad, we're 4 sisters and 1 brother. Funnily enough, we all have names that start with the first 5 letters in the alphabet. So you're the eldest? No, I'm actually the middle kid. You're the middle kid, but your name starts with an A. Don't think too much about it. I never said this was the order reflected our ages. My sister Carlotta's the eldest one, then there's Diana just before me, then comes Eva, at the bottom lies the youngest one is Bernardo. Oof. Middle baby, man, me too, same. Sad high fives. Middle child syndrome. You've never been alone, I'm guessing. Can't complain about that, I guess. It helps that we were never 5 in the same house. But by the time Evita and Bernie were born, Diana and Carlotta had already moved. Speaking of family, today I came because I needed a break from everything that's been going on with them. Do you live with them? No, but Evita and Bernie do, not to mention I visit them almost every day. Anyway, my second eldest sister Diana just separated from her husband. It's not even been a week, but she's already got some other guy in her bed. She left her kid with her husband's parents and pretty much forgot about them. Never mind the fact that they need to go to school and all that. Damn. Diana's life has always been messy, but these days she's really making it big. She wants the time to herself, to live her life. She didn't think about that when she married the guy at 20. She didn't think about that when marrying a guy she had only known for like 3 months. You should take your own advice. Hey, I'd never marry someone who could catch my attention so quickly, okay? Sure, there was this one time when it almost happened, but I blame the damn stadium kiss cam. Kiss cam? I was going out with a guy, my little sister introduced me. Seems he was her friend's brother or something. We went out a couple times and he invited me to a basketball game. The mood was nice, but then later the kiss cam focused on us and instead of kissing me, he proposed. I almost got caught in the mood and accepted. Huh. So I take it you rejected him in the stadium on the fucking kiss cam. We went out for like 3 weeks. The music changed. I don't know, maybe he wanted to get in my pants with the old sex on the wedding night line. But I honest to God can't understand why he thought it would be a good idea. That sounds too convoluted, you know. Proposing and waiting for the wedding night just for sex. Never underestimate the lengths a man is willing to go to get you in their bed. I've seen more convoluted plots over the years. Man, that's embarrassing. Yeah, I would never do that at a sports game. Well, number one, my partner would also have to be a major sports fan, you know? That's one thing. But also, in front of that many people that you don't know, I kinda would prefer it to be a special moment. And/or I do 2 proposals. That's a lot of effort too. Yeah. That's a lot of effort and anxiety for nothing. I'm feeling tempted to ask, but I'll pass. Want anything else? What's that bottle? Oh yeah, it's just some rum a client gave me yesterday. A gift. What did you do? A good enough service, I'm guessing. Kachikwe, huh. Interesting name. What does it mean? Is it Kachikwe? Or Kakikwe? I feel like it's Kachikwe. Kachikwe is the name of the chieftain in some native tribes. Also, if it's a prize, then it shouldn't be happening in my opinion. What do you mean by surprise? I'm curious. Because if there's like a conversation that you guys want to spend the rest of your lives together, then that's fine. That's kind of where I would be when I would, if and when I will propose. Like, we've had like that discussion, or like properly sat down and talked about it. And then I would pop the question in a special moment. I still would like to set it up just cause it's like fun to do those types of things for your partner. I see, do you want me to serve you some of this? I'll pass. I don't have too many good memories when rum's involved. Get me a fringe weaver instead, will you? Alright. Wonder what's with her and rum. But anyways, let's give her a fringe weaver. All aged and mixed. There should be some amount of conversation of marriage, and if you want to even go that far, your release on marriage and stuff. So yeah. One fringe weaver. What kind of memories do you have with rum? Nothing you need to worry about. Okay. Alright, now it's my turn to ask questions. About what? What kind of family is your family? Well, I'm an only child. My mom and dad split amicably. My mom is a violinist, so she was always away from home with the orchestra. I spent most of my time with my dad, my aunt, my grandpa. Aside from that, I'd say my childhood was quite uneventful. Huh. Did you get something like your mom's artistic vein or something? I played the violin until I was around 16, I think. What made you stop? I don't know, I just kinda said that's it. One day I stopped. What about cousins or the rest of your family? I see very little of them, actually. Mainly because my dad moved away from most of them, but most of my mom's family live in France to boot. So your mom's French? Yep. Can you speak any French? Mon allegasi est plein d'anglais. Ooh, what does that mean? Rubbish, I don't know, I can't speak French. I tried though, but college started and I stopped taking classes. Funny thing, I actually have a cousin from my mom's side that lives close by, but you'll be hard pressed to make me spot him in a crowd. You're kinda lucky, you know? All of my mom's side of the family lives here. The chances of me meeting someone I'm related to on the streets are ridiculously high. But yeah, that's a primer in my family, nothing too interesting sadly. Your mom's a French violinist and you call that uninteresting? I'm wondering if your family has ever made a fuss about you being a hacker. Hacker makes it sound too exotic. It's like if I call you a mixologist. Please don't ever. It sounds like something somebody would say to make a bartender sound sophisticated. See? I mean, hacker is a good way to summarize it, but it's not the best. I'm a security consultant. People want to find flaws in their security and their systems, and I do my best to pinpoint where it breaks. Be it Glitch City or anywhere else in the world. They need security, I'm their woman. Okay, I've seen a lot of people fall apart on the fiancé stage because they didn't talk about what they really wanted with each other. Yeah, that's true. Like, some people just have that understanding and they know where they lie, but some people definitely need to have a chat. Because it's crazy the way that it works. The way that people live and the way that they do things in life, it's just a wild curveball sometimes. You've told quite a few stories about cracking into databases and to retrieve info like some sort of mercenary, though. That doesn't change the fact that hacker is not the best term to use. Makes the whole thing sound illegal when it's actually an honest job. Didn't you tell me you once secured some incriminating pics from a guy's cell phone? A mostly honest job, sheesh. What made you become a hacker, by the way? I've always been a sucker for puzzles. Even as a kid, I always had Sudoku or crossword with me, but at some point they started feeling kinda samey. So, when I started college, I took a course in system security. It felt like the kind of puzzle I was looking for. I mean, there are all kinds of things involved in breaching net security. You need to attack the stuff from different angles. And it's something that's always evolving. The whole point of everything is to strengthen security. Every time you think you've got the gist of it, they change everything. So it's kind of like an always evolving puzzle. A puzzle I helped make harder at that. Huh. Well, I didn't think about it that way. It's less action-y than what the movies make it up to be, though. No real-time frantic typing, nothing like that. Still, Seeing my code break through something, it's an amazing feeling. Will you have anything else? I'll have a classy drink. Any classy drink. Here goes nothing. Classy drink. A Brantini's a good one. Sweet, classy, and happy. Well, let's check out the others. Bad touch. Sour, classy, and vintage. Cobalt velvet. Bubbly, classy, burning. Fringe reverb. She just had one of those. Sour, classy, burning. Let's give her a sweet one to end the night with. So a Brantini. Whoops. Sweet, classy, and happy. Three deltas. One catramine. All aged and mixed. Here. Bravo, you made me very happy. Woohoo, I guess. You know, sometimes I feel you know me better than all the guys I've been with. I feel compelled to ask how many guys you've been with. If we were talking about serious, long-lasting relationships, just a handful. Casual dating and one-night stands, on the other hand. Why do that? Why go through so many people? Hey, it's not like I take every guy I see to bed. Who do you take of me? Who do you take me for? God damn it, I can't even speak, I've been drinking so much. You know what I mean. Yeah. That's something I don't have an answer to, actually. Maybe I'm just a romantic that loves having someone cuddle with. Maybe I just get lonely. Maybe there's a deep-seated psychological reason behind it all. Maybe I'm just horny. Whatever the case, I just kind of feel like it's a quest that I shouldn't give up yet. Well, it's not like I'm too different. Until recently, I had a streak of one-night stands. Really? What made you stop? Reasons. What is it? Tell me. Maybe later. It's time for my break. Come with me. Huh? Why? Can't I stay here away from the cold? I don't trust you. You can fit a bottle between those tits of yours and nobody would know. Why not just say, please come and let's keep talking at the back of the bar? You got the message. Now come. Guide me then. Boss, I'm taking my break. Call me if anyone comes in. Sure. Guys. And specifically, we made it to the break so quickly. We did it in like, I'd say half an hour. Blah. Save. We're not gonna do what we did last time. Now it's safe to play game. Game is safe. Cold. Let's go from 7. Sure is chilly out there. It's kind of refreshing. The hobo out there seems like a nice guy. Billy Vine? Yeah, he's a cool guy. Pretty respectful. Apparently got to some illegal trouble and that's why he's like that. Really? He can also just be a very nice crackhead though. So, are you gonna tell me? What? Why did you stop having one-night stands and all that? I started working here. I don't know, after I started working here, I felt like I didn't need to do that anymore. Maybe I was just lonely? Aw, how cute. I also got fed up with everyone complaining about me smoking on the bed. You're gonna burn the bed with that? Yeah. If you ever need a hug, just let me know. You don't need no one-night stands for that. You left me thinking though. What's your thing, your fetish? You strike me as the kind to have an overpower fetish of sorts. You want to feel totally swayed by someone, have consensual yet forceful sex with your partner. Did I hit the bullseye? You have quite the imagination, girl. Honey, it's time for some service. Some service here. I'm here, don't scream. Whoa, were you two hanging out at the back of the bar? What kind of stuff were you doing? Just talking. Is that what they call it these days? Well, I left my Discord chat to get away from the fetish chat. Just to get to this one. Well, I think it stopped. I think it's going to continue, actually. So if it makes you uncomfortable, you can definitely bounce. Something soft, something sweet. No alcohol, please. Soft and sweet, no booze. Wouldn't it be the same if you just grabbed a soda from the vending machine? But I like you. Do you dislike my presence so much? Sweet and non-alcoholic. Alright. Soft, sweet, alcoholic. Non-alcoholic. Optional catcher. Sweet, girly, and happy. Is soft a description? These all have optional catcher. Okay, sweet. Let's go Sugar Rush. Sorry, Sparkle Star. Alcohol free. What is it? All Asian mixed. I do like talking about fetish stuff with friends. I just want to see how they work and what their minds are at, you know? Only if they want to talk about it. I'm not going to force them to. Here, like you asked. See, you don't get this kind of treatment from vending machines. Unless you're Lawrence. But he has this weird idea that good service is the same as selling lukewarm cans of cola. Cola. Lawrence? A friend of mine. He's a vending machine. Ah. Oh, but how impolite of me. I'm lovely. I'm lovely and my name's Dorothy. Dorothy Hayes. Nice to meet you. Oh, I'm Alma. The pleasure's all mine. Dorothy, you say? Yep, why? Nothing. I guess I've heard about you before. Really? What kind of stuff? Tell me. Mostly about your, pluckiness. And here I was thinking it was because I'm a sex worker. So much for trying to be subtle. Hey, I take pride in my job. Otherwise I wouldn't be doing it. Isn't it dangerous? I know how to take care of myself. Thank you very much. I was gonna ooh, but I have no ooh-woos. Oh, you don't. Here we go. We'll ooh-woo for you. Where do you work, Alma? I'm a hacker. Really? A full-fledged hacker? Not the kind that sees a computer logged into some account and says that's hacking, right? No, of course not. I've always been curious about how being a hacker works. Do you just start typing real fast while waiting for something to happen? No. I can explain, but I don't know if you'll get it. We won't know until you try, right? Last time I said I had to jam the plastic replica of a halogen light bulb up a grown man's ass. It was a success. Okay then. Let me try to explain in general how it works. Dude, Dorothy is wild. I would like to be friends with Dorothy. Let's say I have to retrieve information from a company's database. Alright. First, I do some research on the target, OS servers, and how the information is stored and all that. The uwu voice, though. Okay, I don't know if my uwu voice would be the one, but my uwu voice is not uwu enough. There have been a couple of occasions where I had to go in blind, but they're the exception rather than the rule. First, I secure things from my side. I start working behind proxies, websites, and through other more vulnerable computers I find on the way. After that, I start testing the networks. I go through the basic protocols, try known exploits as long as they don't trigger any alarm. Once I've tested the ground, the fun starts. I go through all the security protocols and look to bypass them. Sometimes I have to look deeper into the code for the password itself. I see. Then, when I'm finally in, I go in and retrieve user privileges. After that, I go and try to become a super user and get what I need. How do you do that? Well, there are a couple of ways. You can use a pre-made program to hack into an already existing account. I can use info someone already gave me. But the usual way is using a buffer of overflow. Buff? What happens next?
She's literally buzzing with excitement. Holy shit. I created a backdoor in the system before leaving and covering my tracks. I can't handle it anymore. Hack me like you've never hacked anything before. Okay, Dorothy sounds like she's aroused. Oh, she is. She's just buzzing. Make me buffer overflow. Create a backdoor in me. Escalate your user privilege. Find flaws in my security. Oh, sorry, I got carried away. No shit, what happened? Have you seen those movies or books where a couple does something like paint a picture or cook? But they make it sound like they're having sex instead. Suggestive scenes, yeah. Well, that whole thing was kind of like that for me. Really? I guess humans don't really get it because their minds don't upload networks or anything. But trust me, if you record yourself giving a really detailed explanation in a really sexy voice, you'd make millions. Horny women are an unexploited market. She's so got into it. But also, it's just like how like certain things about someone that they do like is super attractive and super like an actual turn on, even though it's not supposed to be, you know, like a sexy thing. You know what I mean? That's that. Oh, looks like my ride is here. Your ride? Yep, my brother-in-law came to look for me. Is it right to ask that from him? It's okay. I've known him since preschool. It just so happened that he got married to my sister. Hey Dorothy, you need a ride? Can you drop me by 3rd Street? Sure, it's on the way. Yay, I'd take your offer then. Bye, honey. Is reconsidering recording her voice? What do you mean? What do you mean? Whose voice? Take care. God, the street seems so noisy. Oh, a client. Hello, welcome to Valhalla. What can I get? Such a small yet comfortable place. Truly, an oasis of spiritual drinks in the midst of suburban desert. A place where lost and corrupt souls can gather to forget their troubles for a while. A nest where everyone from the most pathetic scum to the vilest trash junkie can just sit to kill their insides. Truly, a real persona non grata. That's Latin for mysterious place, you little dumb bitch. You little dumb baby bitch. By the way, I'm so smart and so philosophical. Alright, we got ourselves a persona non grata here. Damn. What will you have then? 17. Excuse me? I said 17. 7 plus 10. What does that mean? What does it mean to you? Just to be sure, 17 is about the drink you want, right? Only if you want it to be. 17. Okay, so something that has 7. So let's go from the start, because we can do optional catchermine. So anything with optional catchermine we'll go for. 2, 6, 10, 1, 3, 4, 6, 12, 1, 6, 7, 10, 5. So blue fairy we can do 17. Right? What if we just did 4 aldehydes? 1 Flanner guide, and then so that's 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh, that's 18. Shit. 1 Flanner guide, and then 17. Oh, but we need to make it no, it's optional, so we can make it as large as we want. 15, 16, 17. All aged and mixed. This could be our first mistake, I'm not sure, but 17. Okay, explain. The total of ingredients here add up to 17. Beautiful. And what brings you here, Mr. Virgilio? I'm Armandio. Virgilio Armandio. See, I introduced myself using the Asian order because that's more polite. Right. And I came here looking for another worldly experience. I was passing by and saw this place called Valhalla. I want to see the souls of resting warriors and wounded spirits of noble souls. The golden hall, the golden hall full of never-ending banquets and lively Valkyries looking over them. We have some arcade machines in the corner? No. You're taking me too literally. You see, I'm being poetic. I'm giving a mystical air to a mundane affair. I want to see drunk people. I wanted to see waitresses and food. I wanted to see the bar in all of its decadent glory. Well, you're out of luck. Today's been a quiet and slow day. Not that I'm surprised given how things have been going in the streets, though. Humans are a nasty bunch, that much is true. Making a ruckus, coming at each other, but that's to be expected from the only mammal to kill its own. I'm not a zoologist, but I'm pretty sure that's not the case. Oh yeah? Then give me an example, not zoologist bartender. Like I said, I don't know the exact details, I just know that this isn't right. If memory serves right, once a lion takes over a pride, every cub born from another lion is killed or some shit like that. Pfft, take over a pride? You can't take over a pride. Pride isn't a tangible thing. You need to stop making things up. Not zoologist bartender. Oh, I hate this dude so much. I want to punch that question mark into his head and make it an exclamation point. But going back on topic, do you know what the number 17 means? I don't know, it's my user. Muath! Hey dude, how are you? Sorry, I'm closing curtains. Well, we could close this one and open that one. Yeah, we'll do that. Welcome back. I've been doing okay. Valhalla may or may not have made an appearance on my Discord as the place my friends Horrific Creatures went when Drift Zarek 3 defeated them. So like they went to Valhalla to live. Not a bad place. But going back and yeah, do you know what 17 means? The atomic number of chlorine? No. And Chloe is a name, not a number, you know. Nice. I thought you meant the bar, but yeah, Valhalla is like a heaven for the Nords. Which is really cool for a bar name. Like a cyberpunk bar named Valhalla, like that's great. I love it when they mix things together and like, you know, not in a disrespectful way. A group where halogens are in the periodic table. Stop making up words like halogens, periodic, and table. What, table? How this game works, it's a dating sim. Not a dating sim, it's a visual novel. So we meet people, we talk to this. We're basically reading a book and then interacting a little bit. The interaction is making drinks. And there are things to change in the story by the way that you make drinks. So, you know, providing the wrong drink is going to be something bad. Providing, you know, the right orders is going to be something good, I would think. And then there's an option for some of the drinks to just fill it up with booze. And if you fill it up with a lot of booze, which is... Oh, sorry, you can't see that. You fill it up with booze, which is the carmatrine. You can get them drunk and certain things happen too. So I'm trying to just play it by serving the right drinks and not trying to get people destroyed all the time. Okay then, I give up. 17 is us. Huh? Every human has 17 pairs of chromosomes. That number is the whole foundation of you and me. It's 23. What is? Humans have 23 pairs of chromosomes, not 17. Well, they're both primal numbers, so it's the same idea. Primal? Do you want anything else? I'd like a single plum floating in perfume served in a man's hat. Okay. He wants a plum floating perfume in a... Son of a bitch.
He didn't know. He also thought that a table wasn't a real word. And that a pride wasn't how you described lions. I hate this man. What? Plum. Floating perfume. Oh, here, a fedora. Oh my god, he is a fedora person. Is this how you serve it? Plum fume. Yeah, okay, fuck yeah. Oh my god. The rum was definitely a prompt. Here. Ha, you didn't. Wait, you did. Enjoy. I will. I'll drink this, perfume. You don't really have to. Yeah, that'd be silly. You win this round, bartender. Oh, poem. I'll write a poem. What do you want it to be about, Muath? This is our first poem in a long time. What you want about? What you want about? Da, 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 da. Well, when you let me know, I'll get to writing it. We'll continue on. We'll continue the game until we get there. Yeah, Debbie said you win, bartender. Hey, bartender, have you ever thought about death? How? What if we're really already dead, both of us? What? What tells you I've even existed before I entered that door? How can you assure me that this reality is real and we're not in fact in heaven or hell all along? What if everything up to this point just some stupid story written by an unemployed 20-something in his room? I could punch you to make you feel reality. Literally change that question mark to an exclamation point. I don't care about any of that, actually. This reality is real for me, and that's all that matters. Such a closed-minded way of seeing things. You need to get away from the factual facts. Open your mind to things beyond your reach. You'll never reach enlightenment if you don't start. The habanera has started. Habanera? What? Yeah, the habanera. It means the twilight of the gods in German, by the way. Well, you're on your own, bartender. Enjoy your new world order. What? A couple of nearby cars exploded, it seems. Oh, hell. Let me take a look out the window. Be careful. Oh, fuck, they're shooting and shit. I see lots of flashes in the distance. Most likely gunshots. Jill, come here a sec. What? About 5G reports proving that several White Knight squads have been used to cover. Illegal actions were released to the public by an unknown anarchist group. We're receiving reports of several units going rogue and using their weapons to hunt down anyone they find on the street. Several counter-terrorism forces from the neighboring cities have been dispatched in order to subdue the crazed units after a plea from the vice president. Write one about Kazuma Kiryu. I'm pretty sure you like that character too. I can write about Kiryu. We're still waiting for a declaration from Zaibatsu Corps CEO on the subject, but until then, things are ugly in and outside of that bank, it seems. I'd recommend you stay here tonight. It's too dangerous to even think about going outside. What if they break in? They won't. Even then, the bar is quite the security system, and I'll be here protecting you as an added bonus. Yeah, I guess I'll stay tonight. I'll get you the spare mattress I have. Do you mind sleeping in my office? No, I guess it's fine. Good. Let's hope everything gets solved by the morning. I'll have Zangtu on hand just in case. The metal bat with nails? There's nothing it can't bash. Say Gil 4. Hope everything's better by tomorrow. No mistakes! Sleep tight, I'll protect you. I want Boss and Jill to just get married. Oh, so we don't even get like stuff to buy. Okay, before that though, let's write this poem. Oh shit. I was clicking the wrong thing. Very... Oh my god, I'm blanking out on I'm blanking out. Oh, I haven't written a poem in so long. What's the name of... What's the name of the clan? Muath, what's the name of the clan? I'm the clan. I'm Tojo. Yeah. God. I have 3 lines to go. I'm kind of stuck. Da, da, da. Okay, Muath, you ready? It's done. We're gonna title it The Dragon. Let me know when you're ready for me to read it.
Okay. Dragon of Dojima, owner of Kamurocho. From fights to disco fever, the one true chairman of the Tojo. Fights for justice and family, the little girl to the loansman. Is peace a finality? He will last forever if he can. Karaoke to the lights and drinks in view, there will only be one Kazuma Kiryu. A bit rough, I have to say. It's a bit rough, but I think it'll do. Dragon of Dojima, owner of Kamurocho, from fights to disco fever, one true chairman of the Tojo. Fights for justice and his family, the little girl to the loansman. Is peace a finality? He will last forever if he can. Karaoke to the lights and drinks in view, there will only be one Kazuma Kiryu. Thanks, team. Thanks for the support. Oh, forgot to tell me. What'd you forget to tell me? Good morning. It's 11 a.m. though. That's morning for me on the weekends and any other day. How's everything outside? Still noisy, but forces have been deployed to take care of most of them at least. You found out celiac runs in your family? Ugh. But that's good. Not alone though. Not alone. So that means you have family that like have had the experience and can kind of like know what to do. Dude, that's great. But like also very unlucky for your family, but good. Wait, what do you mean about that? We found out because of you? Wait, so your test and whatnot made them be like, is everyone else celiac in this family? Zaibatsu Corp's president is pleading with anyone to stop the rogue White Knights. Neighboring city forces were deployed quickly and have subdued most of the opposition. There have also been reports of White Knights just freezing like they were petrified somehow. You make it sound like some god suddenly decided to put everything in place. Well, I'm just glad no bullets are flying in and out of the whole building. Everyone is getting tested because of you? That's a great thing. Like you can't eat KFC. No, she can't. Unless there's like gluten-free KFC, but that doesn't really exist. She can have like... Wait, M, you're allowed things that are like fried in corn flour, right? So like some Chinese foods you can't have. Like sweet and sour pork or sweet and sour chicken. Shoot, no, meat as well. You have problems with meat. I wonder. Sure, there's still some bad apples out and it's not really safe yet, but it was worse last night. There also seems to be a civilian force lynching any White Knights they spot. So, not only are the White Knights a problem, regular folks are on edge too. I wonder if Sei is okay. Celiac is whack, yeah. Should we be worried about Gil? That kid knows how to take care of himself. I'm sure that whatever it is that he's doing, he's safe. Dare I say, even safer where he is than here. I sure hope so. Your tummy has to heal it before you can start eating meats heavily. Damn. And then I guess, like, if you continue to eat meats heavily, it'll just fuck up your stomach even more. Are we gonna work today? Nah, things are too nasty right now. Let's take the Sunday off. Alright. Say, do you want me to help you get your apartment? Actually, yeah, I'd appreciate that. Okay then, let me lock things up and we'll go. We'll grab something for lunch on the way. Sounds good. And here we are. This is what? Okay, this song's great. Wait, do I have to do something? Sorry. And here we are. Home sweet home. Thanks a lot. Hey boss, wanna hang out for a bit? Yeah, grab a beer, chill out for a bit. Mostly to thank you for helping me. Well, I don't have too much to do anyway, so yeah, sure. I did tell you should invite me to your apartment sometime, didn't I? Oh yeah, you did. What worries me a bit is that beer always leads to something else. To more beer? I was gonna say to one of us going through the Spanish announcers table. Ah! Ah, I love Boss. Sorry, I know Boss's name is Dana, but like, still. Yeah, but it's because I now have an absorption problem. I'm not getting vitamins I need and all kinds of things. Oh, no. So like, man, I don't even know what you would need to do. Because if eating is not the way to do it, do you have to like IV or something? Da-da. But I think we're safe here. Come in then. Excuse me. You want one? Sorry, I don't smoke. Don't mind me though if you want to smoke. Thanks. Say, how is the chilly weather treating you? It gets cold from time to time, but nothing the kotatsu and the heater can't fix. Oh right, boss, you're not very good with the cold, are you? You know it. You didn't bring your jacket here either? Yeah, I left it at home when going to the bar yesterday. It wasn't that cold and I didn't expect to spend the night at the bar. Would you like a sweater or something? Ah, don't mind me. I insist. I have this hoodie from some time ago and it was too big for me. Why buy it then? It was dirt cheap. Right. Wait, where'd you get this one? I don't know, some flea market ages ago. Why? Nothing, it's just like one I had many years ago. What happened to it? Too much use, it just ripped. I'm not getting supplements, but they need to be prescribed because most over-the-counter stuff have wheat in them. Oh, damn it. Yeah, the wheat thing, I forget again. Dude, that sucks. But also, you're powering through it, which is so nice to see, you know? You can keep it if you want. I never use it anyway. We'll see. Come to think of it, how old are you, boss? I'm eternally 17. Fair enough. 17 plus how much? 17 plus I've had to cut your tongue if you knew. Alright. Let me go change into something more comfortable. Take your time. Oh, kitten! Say, Jill, there's a blue-eyed mass of black fur glaring at me in my general direction. Oh, that's just for... He's just, you know, wary of new visitors. Cats will be cats, I guess. Well, at least you can't heal your hair, but I can't. At least you can't heal your hair, but I can't. You're balding? But no, dye your hair! Do something crazy with your hair! Oh, you can. Fair, 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 fair. Invest in wigs! He'll grow quickly though, just give him some time. He's unusual looking. Blue eyes on the black cat? They usually have green. Yeah, weird, huh? At first I thought they were like that because he was small, but they never changed. Do you have any pets, boss? Back at home we had a bear. I see. What? Good old Bosco. He kept intruders away better than any dog. Right. This picture here isn't something you see every day. What, me taking such a sappy pic? No, a framed picture on a printed paper. It's so, you know, vintage. Bosco, best bear name? Yeah, Bosco's adorable. I bet that's how Dana, thinged. Had those stories of fighting a bear through Bosco. Who are these? That's, the one on the right is Leonore, my ex-girlfriend, and the one on the left is, Gabriella, her sister. Huh. Is this pic recent, or... Actually, that's one from 3 to 4 years ago. Next to Yamaha-chan, of course. Yamaha forever #1. You look exactly the same. I'm only 27, what did you expect? That's why they say kids are the ones to get old. I thought it was recent because you don't usually see people displaying pictures of their exes so openly. Let alone a printed and framed one. Did you two break up in good terms then? You even hesitated for a bit calling her your ex. Let's just say that everything ended with both of us saying mean things. And me storming out of her house, breaking a couple of things on the way out. We never broke up formally and I guess I still have feelings for her. I just Went away, haven't said a word since. Really. It's hard to picture you doing such a thing, and you look so happy in the pic. Why ever pick out like this then? I just couldn't get my mind off something that Alma said to me. About missing having the warmth of someone else pressed against your side. Using them as a pillow, mixing your perfume with theirs. Putting your head in their chest, listening to their breathing as they pet your head. Dozing off knowing they're watching you, protecting you. I don't know. I felt nostalgic then miserable. I'll just put this away. I've been meaning to apologize, but I feel like it's too late now. Whenever I go out, there's this fear in the back of my head that I'll meet her in the street. I just don't know if I could face her again, let alone, talk to her. It would be a mess. It's never too late to apologize, Jill. Maybe. What's that on the table? Looks like an envelope. It's nothing. Now, please give that to me. Nope. Alright. I saw nothing. Don't worry. Anyway, let's grab some beers. Guide me. Whoa. Wait, so if we drink way too hard, this can go wrong. At least that's the vibe that I'm getting. Damn, you have lots of beer. Well, the BTC gives me discounts and a point card I can use every time I buy their alcohol. With that beer is actually the cheapest drink I can get. Wait, did we? I think we said the same emotes. But thank you. Is there any difference between the drinks at the bar and these? The drinks at the bar are more addictive, flavorful, and also stronger than the ones that they sell at the store. And besides, the one in the bar is more of a double IPA. This is more of a Pilsner. In English, please. This one's lighter in color and lighter in flavor. Dunno, it doesn't taste like a light drink to me. Pfft. Is this one made with that, what's the name of the base liquid you use at the bar again? Nitrogenic dichometrical hydrogen, or NDL? It was a supplement or something, right? It was an experimental fluid. They created and replaced water, then the maiden kiss polluted water supplies. The effects of pollution turned out to be temporary, so NDL never went into mass production, but the BTC still commissioned it to be used in bars. And this one is made with it. Let's see. Yep, here it is. Near the end, NDL and cornstarch. Cornstarch? It serves as a stabilizer, if I remember correctly. They need it for packaged drinks. I see. And I just realized something. What? You're a nerd, Jill. Guilty as charged. I still have that bottle of rum somewhere around. Do you want some of it? Oh, let's open another beer. Nice. Will you have some too? Not really, no. Then leave it like that. I'm not letting you drink beer alone. That's not how drinking with friends works. Do you consider me a friend then, boss? Why wouldn't I? Dunno, what with being my boss and all, I was never too sure. Well, in case you had any doubts, yes, I consider you one of my best friends. Besides, you and Gil are always so diligent and responsible that I'm boss in name only anyways. That's good to know. On a side note, it surprises me you kept that poster of me in that room. I'm way too sleepy. I've been working on my graduation project all day. I'm going to sleep. Goodbye. Take care, everyone. Good night, Muath. Thank you for popping by, dude. I hope you've been doing well, and I hope your project has been going smoothly, too. It's been a while. I hope there's been progress in that. But yeah, good night. Have a good rest. Get yo sleep. And even more, that you hung it in plain sight. When I gave it to you, it's more or less a joke, Does it make you uncomfortable? If it doesn't make you uncomfortable, why would it make me uncomfortable? It's my own face. I'm still wondering why you did it, though. Aside from filling an empty spot in the wall, I don't really know. I thought it was funny, too. I guess it's like if someone gave you, a dildo-shaped trophy or something that you had it there and as a conversation starter. Although no one comes here, so it's kind of pointless. What, no steamy nights of passion? Not since a year ago, I think. And I'd rather not talk about what happened then. Did someone hurt you? Because if they did, I can go dish the pain out. Nope, nothing of the sort. A different kind of mess. Uncomfortable mess. Not being able to have sex for reasons mess. Glad to know you have my back, though. Dana's so good, but also Jill is such a fucking mess. That's what friends are for. Wait, you talk about the poster and compare it to having a dildo-shaped trophy? Did you just call me a dildo face? That's what friends are for. Drink. Hey boss, be honest with me here. About what? Who's Gil exactly? What do you mean? You know what I mean? Who the fuck is he? Oh, yeah, that. Well, I have a couple of ideas. I know for certain that Gil was in the Hong Kong riots, and he took part in the anti-riot force before defecting. That should give you a clue as to who he is, but... So far I've only found about one such defender, and he didn't leave Hong Kong for at least 4 years. I also don't know for certain that Gil was in England and France during that time frame. And it's always like that when I think I have a clue as to who he is, something else comes up that contradicts the evidence. That guy's troublesome. A bit, yeah. I wonder if Gil's alright. You worried about him? You make it sound like I'm some sort of emotionless robot. You can be hard to read. I wouldn't worry about Gil so much, though. If there's 3 things I know for certain about him: first, he can take care of himself. Second, you can sincerely trust him. And third, he absolutely hates bell pepper. He does? I've seen him even reject food that has been in contact with it. Flat! What's up, Bihuan? What up? How are you? Man, what a baby. Unless he's allergic or something. He's not. Man, what a baby. How'd you meet such a guy? He showed up at the door of the bar? What? Well, it was shortly after the whole incident with Robert and the levitation potion. Right, levitation potion. It was a slow day and he just showed up at the bar. I offered him a drink, but he said he didn't have any money on him. I couldn't leave him alone, so I pretty much gave the drinks for free. And after a couple, he broke down crying. I love this visual novel. I'm waiting because they said there's another new game coming up. Yo! Wait, is there going to be another Valhalla? And is that after Coffee Talk? Because weren't they made by the same people? Because we've already played Coffee Talk, and that was amazing. I don't know what he did, but he was really, really regretting it. Oh, Nirvana. Okay, that makes sense too. Ooh, that sounds good. Actually a different city. That makes sense as well. So it's gonna be cyberpunky as well. He wanted a second chance or whatever, and I told him if he could wash himself, I'd find him a job. And I'll be damned, he looked totally different the next day. Damn. I tried and failed to find out anything about him, so I decided to take him at face value. I judge him for what he did as an employee, and aside from the occasional sudden escapade, he's been as loyal gets. I returned the favor in kind, covering his ass from time to time, sometimes literally. Wait, open. What a surprise. What surprised me is that you took him in so easily. I can take care of myself, and I always kept an eye on him, and besides, after the whole Robert thing, I couldn't ignore someone that desperate so easily. I see. You made the bar more lively yourself, you know. How so? Well, with the regulars you've earned, of course. Like that blonde titty hacker, I can't remember her name. Alma? I was gonna say Armitage. She's a nice girl, you know. I don't think she's young enough to be called a girl. Says the girl who's eternally 17. In any case, she's really lovely. When you hear her speak of her family, she speaks with such love. Her face just brightens up. It makes me kind of jealous that she has such a close relationship with him, to be honest. You have bad relations with your family? Not bad, but I'm not exactly close to anyone from my mom and dad, and aside from my mom, dad, and aunt. But back to Alma. I'm really hoping she finds a nice guy to settle with. I mean, she's so bent into finding one, I can't help but want her to succeed. Ah, I see. There's also that sex worker robot girl. Ah, Dorothy. She intrigues me, though. I've seen lots of sex workers over the years, and she seems pretty giddy. It's not that she likes her job, but rather she takes to it with such childish excitement. I've kind of noticed that too, but then again, Lilim can be weird. You think? Lilim operate in some really foreign logic. I mean, they don't really share our fear of mortality. Even if their bodies are destroyed and their minds are already backed up in the collective source. If they lose an arm, they can reattach it or replace it. Depending on the circumstances, they might not even feel pain at all. It's not like they haven't attained human-like emotions like fear or love, but they're, different. Like a different culture, if you must. I didn't see it that way. Aside from that, Dorothy is a DFC-72. It's a social interactions model or something. They don't get positive reinforcement straight from their bodies if they're fulfilling their main purpose, so I'm guessing she gets built-in push whenever she's in a meaningful or challenging social interaction. Interesting. The name Lilim is a bit weird, though. Is it? You'd expect them to be called bots or dolls, but Lilim doesn't convey the image of automatons. Just a tip, bots and dolls are considered slurs by them. Bot is akin to calling them a retard, and doll is like, calling them fake. Thanks for the advice. That aside, do you know why they're called Lilim? As far as I know, it's because they all come from a bigger AI called Lilith. And Lilim are Lilith's offspring in Jewish folklore. Oh, cool. Hey, speaking of names, why don't you like being called your full name? I have no idea what you're talking about. Don't act stupid. Back when you first transferred, I called you Julianne, and you almost tore me a new one with your glare. See, like that. It's no big secret, but it's one of those things that feels silly when you say it out loud. Try me. Well, did you ever watch Model Warrior Julianne? Not all of it, but my little sister's a big fan of the reruns. Back when I was in elementary school, I was a huge fan of the show. I had everything from the dolls to the costumes to the lunchboxes. It didn't help that it was one of those shows that got strapped literally everywhere. Excuse me. I saw a couple of episodes once. They were really nice. It was beyond nice. The show's about a model who can transform into an armor-clad magic knight. She fights demons born from greed and vanity. How the show presented Jules hating her job because it invited enemies, and yet still found solace in trying to be a role model. Hell, the main character wasn't a kid. Julianne was an adult that became younger when transformed. I'd say it was a pretty ambitious kids show, even by today's standards. Just the fact that her enemies were literally issues dealing with beauty standards of body image. Challenging as fuck. Whoa, you got excited there. And that's the problem. Back then I was obsessed with Jules. I sang the songs, dressed like her, I could even recite full chapters. Something tells me you still can. That's besides the point. It was nice while I was in elementary school, but then I went to middle school, and what a surprise, tweens are jackasses. They went out of their way to tease me about the things I did back then. I don't hold it against Jules, I always hold my grudge against those fuck jobs. Sounds rough. You know how most girls worry about their thighs at that age? I worried about the jerkasses saying the theme of the tune and just singing the theme of the tune of the show. Theme tune of the show mocking me. Jeez. The reading. Anyways, every time someone calls me Julianne or Jules, I instinctively react negatively. Pavlov would be proud. I never talk about it because I find the whole thing too silly in retrospect. And yet, it affects you even today. There's nothing wrong with it, though. It's actually kind of reasonable. I hope so. Come to think of it, what kind of kid were you? When I was a toddler, I was the kind to always fight with kids bigger than me. Then puberty happened, and I became a Merriam-Webster definition for shallow jerkwad. Around the time I turned 16, I realized what an idiot I was and went on to become who I am today. And the less I talk about those years from 12 to 15, the better. Fair enough. So, Jill, what kind of guy was your grandpa? He was rough around the edges, the kind of guy that means well even if he says otherwise. He seemed to have a soft spot for me though. One moment he was congratulating my dad by berating him a little, and the next he was playing with me. My dad worked a lot, my mom was always traveling, so I spent most of my childhood with him. Can I ask how he died? Out of old age. My dad says his last words were something like, fucking scientists fucking scientists created talking mannequins, but they still can't let you upload your brain. Why the question? I'm curious about you. Really curious. I just realized that even though we see each other almost every day, I know very little about you. Oh. From what you tell me though, it seems your grandpa's personality rubbed off you a bit. I've heard that one since I was a kid actually. You know boss, I'm a bit curious about your circle of friends. What kind of people do you have in it? Can we save? No. Keep in mind, you're included in this circle too, so any insults you hurl will apply right back at you. Anyways, I have this friend I've known for a long time. A red-headed, glasses-wearing gun nut called Iris. The one you called from the helmet thing? That one. She's managing a BTC bar in Panama right now, if I remember correctly. She's managing a bar too? I got the idea from her, actually. Dude, B1, what if we meet Iris in the future? That'd be so cool. Or what if Iris is the one that runs Nirvana? Oh. It's called Nirvana. Lel, never mind. That was too on the nose. Hey, what's up, Cheetah? So we will play as Iris in the future. That's cool. I'm down for that, but that's so dumb. You should see the people she has to deal with there. Work about to start, dropping by to say hello. All good. Have a good time at work. I hope you've been doing good, dude. I hope everything's been chill. Piracy ain't nothing to fuck with. Anne means it's an annex to another business. What else does she do there? I think the bar was originally her hotel's bar. She moved to the bar to its own building elsewhere and opened Nirvana and B in the hospital instead. Nirvana B. Making lots of money and little sleep. I feel you, dude. I feel you very much. But that's all good. Hopefully you can find the time to rest up. Hopefully it's not too stressful over the next, however long. Oh, I have news. I got a pay rise. Which is good. Helps for saving this house, but you know, we're getting there. We're trying to get places. Thank you. I'm getting it applied this week, so that's good. But now I make insert amount of dollars here. Will be implemented on the 27th. So that's good. I'm excited about that. I get it on the 27th, so that's next week. Weird decision. I believe she said she wanted a place away from the noisy rich tourists that go to the hotel. So that bar is her woman cave. Woman cave. That aside, let's see. Friends. I guess there's also my little sister, but that's a given. Oh, there's also my old partner from when I was with the Neo San Francisco police force. Good old Lexi. Should give her a call sometime. Wait, you were in the what? I've done lots of things, Jill. I spent a short time collaborating with the police force. I've been a wrestler, an MMA fighter, chimney cleaner, lumberjack, pet shop attendant, corporate mascot. Corporate what? I used to see my face on some websites from time to time. Anyway, aside from you, Gil, my sis, Iris, and Lexi, I guess there's a lot of people that don't want to see me in harm's way. Mostly because they're the ones that want to hurt me. What about you? I guess I have acquaintances here and there. Back at home in college, I went out a lot. but it felt more like going out was the pleasure rather than the people involved. That's a big thing for me. I can only go out if the people that I'm with is good. Not I can only go out, but I only enjoy my time if the people that I'm with is good, you know? Like, yes, I can still enjoy my time with people that I'm not, like, a fan of or click with so well, but it's so much nicer to be with people that just make the event even more fun. Aside from you and Gil, my closest friend since moving here is Alma. Oh, and I guess Dorothy. I mean, sure, there's always 4, but that cat's a hermit that refuses to go out. And, you know, he's a cat. Hey, a cat's fine too, you know. Hey, boss, what will we do when the bar closes? I don't know. Maybe I'll take a friend's offer of working with her. I was also thinking about going back home and helping with things there. Or maybe going traveling for a while. I see. Oh, but don't worry, bureaucracy's slow as fuck, so they won't close the bar for quite a while. Better enjoy being there while you can. Yeah, maybe. Will you be visiting me in whatever bar I end up working in? I have a bone to pick with the guy that supervises the bar I'm planning to get you transferred to. I go there even though I virtually have no reason to. With you there, I'd have something pleasant to look forward to. You're sending me to someone you have problems with? If I have to trust another bar owner, it's certainly him. He's actually a pleasant boss from what I've seen. The fact that he and I have a tendency to go at each other's throats, that's an unrelated matter. I'll trust you on that one. Don't worry, maybe I can get you a bracelet made out of wood pieces from the bar's counter or something. Oh, that's kind of cute. Hey, I'll tell you what. When the bar closes, let's both take a vacation, go on a trip. That'll clear your mind a little bit. Yeah, maybe. It's the opening scene! It's snowing. And or that's ash. Just fallen ash from the sky. Who knows? Oh, chapter 2? Wait, how many chapters are there? We only just hit chapter 2? There's 3 chapters and 19 days to play. Your electricity bill will be sent out on the 24th. Please have $8,000. Holy shit. Jill is curious about a Dharma she saw. Getting one will be for her being distracted. 24th? Shit, that's so close. $8,000. I'm glad I didn't spend any money. Holy crap. Okay. Daruma. Let's buy a Daruma. Crack Daruma. Okay. We need like $700 today. That's fine. We can manage. Jill bought what she wanted. She's good. All right. Let's see what's on our phones. Admin has been arrested. Nanocam is now making smart underwear. Sure. Okay. January 14 card announced 666 American Kid and Giant Yusuke headlining. Apollo Bank is getting attacked 4. I can confirm the situation has finally reached its end. The attacker was shot dead, but a huge amount of data was released from servers all around the world. I remember the leak from Alice. Those were nothing compared to this proof of corruption, money laundering, espionage. It's actually pretty unsettling, damn. The file is available from approximately 60,000 sources, terabytes that contain all operations from the Glitch City government and White Knight operations. It seems the ultimate goal from the attacker was not to blow up the bank, but lead hostages towards the servers inside of the bank, which had the files under several layers of physical security. That just sounds whack. How do you even make a plan this complex? No idea, but that's what Some of the witnesses are telling the police. Okay, looks like I have to leave, but I'll try to write. Jesus. Okay. Will you read the file? Nah. Wait, the file? We can read the file. Some deep shit rapping right there. So bomb, nuclear, several sources of this group. Looking over to the government, hackers helping the hostages to escape. I'm just suspecting of Alice. Okay, that's probably Thing. That's probably Alma. Monday, December 19th. We are 1/3 of the day. Good evening. Gil? Oh, hey guys. How the hell did you get in? I have a copy of the key, remember? Wait, that's not how you greet me after so many days. I never doubted you. You'd be fine. If anything, I'd have to cut your paycheck for leaving so many days without notice. See, Joe? He'll be here on Monday like nothing ever happened. Wait, why does he have a copy of the key and I don't? The need for you to have a key never arose. True. Anyway, glad you're fine, Gil. Thanks, I guess. What, are you gonna make me wash the bathrooms again? Nah, not today. Listen, I don't know who the hell you really are or was trying to come back to bite you in the ass. Oh, sorry, that's still me. But remember, there are people that actually care about you. Don't just leave like you did. Especially after the hell broke loose. At least give us a sign that you're still alive. So you were worried. Isn't that normal? When it comes to you, I don't know. Shut up. She's right though. You shouldn't make ladies worry too much. Check if the cast didn't move the internet antenna, would you? Fine, fine. Hey boss, why did you leave the hoodie at my place? Because it's yours? But I told you could keep it. Sorry, I couldn't find it myself to take it. Why? Partly because it didn't feel right taking it, but mostly because I thought you'd be totally cute with it. Oh, I see. Blush, blush. Don't think I'm rejecting a gift of yours. It's just preserving cuteness is one of my principles. Right. Are you still worried about the whole bar closure thing? Of course I am. Well, I can just work because of it, but you know, all we can do is enjoy whatever time we have left and, you know, here as best as we can. Yeah. So cheer up. Clients smell sadness and fear. We don't want that. I'll go to my office. Alright. And tennis fine. Did I miss anything? Not really, no. Anyway, let's start the day. Let's get that music going. So, anything that isn't Base of the Titans. Alright, we'll just redo Base of the Titans. Time to mix drinks and save lives. Oh yeah, Gil? Glad to see you're fine. I mean it. Thanks. Excuse me, I'm looking for Dana Zane. May I have your name? Brian. Tell her it's Brian. Just a sec. Boss! Some Brian guy's looking for you? Tell him I'll be there in a bit. She'll, you heard her. That's right, I'll wait. It's weird for someone to come asking for her, though. It's not weird when you're BTC's regional manager in these parts. Yeah, I guess that's... I guess I didn't give you the best first impression. Don't worry. I know who I'm dealing with. I'm not a fan of people treating me too nicely because of my position anyways. Handing me like I'm just another client. Alright, I can do that. What can I get you, Mr. Bryan? Let's go with the basics. A sugar rush, please. Coming right up. Sugar rush. 2 aldehydes. 1 powder delta. All mixed and optional ketchup. Let's give him a drink. I don't know if he's on the job though. Here. Yeah, this was nice. Back in training, they made a big deal out of the sugar rushes. Why? They're like the fried eggs of mixing drinks. They're the most basic thing, but people can still mess them up. Sugar rushes are simple enough that you only need to follow instructions. If you can't even do that, your future as a bartender is not bright. Huh. They never told me that. You're Jill, right? Yep, that's me. Dana's talked quite a bit about you. Really? And I guess you must have a few questions for me, am I right? Mostly concerning the closure warning Valhalla got. Can you disclose any of that information? I shouldn't, but you have the right to know. Thanks. Don't mention it. Now, where to start? You saw the news of the information leaked during the Apollo Trust Bank incident, right? About the White Knights having lots of members from criminal organizations in their ranks? Turns out, the White Knights weren't the only ones with shady people. Some of those same folks have been trying to elude legal problems using BTC certified bars. The BTC bars have their own protocols, meaning the White Knights can't dig too deeply. Hassy 0. At least, not without going through a ton of paperwork first, giving the criminals time to cover their tracks. Although, it takes a bit of time to set up, it is apparently proven an effective method for money laundering. Where does Valhalla come in? Young bars are the ones under the radar right now, and the modest to low incomes ones are the primary suspects. It's not just Valhalla. Any small bar with small income is being investigated heavily right now. So the closure notice is due to low sales? Among the reasons a bar can get axed, low sales is the rarest one. If low sales were a problem, lots of bars would close every year. You'll find out soon enough, huh? Sorry? Oh, nothing, don't mind me. It seems your guess was spot on, Gil. If it helps, I'm doing my best to appeal in your place. Really? Why? Most of Glitch City's bars are a pain in the ass. They constantly give reports of chemical damage or shady drinks. This one is one of the few places which I've almost never received complaints. The closest thing to a recent complaint was that whole Farmer Fabrics affair a little while ago. So much saliva. I wouldn't get my hopes up though. Especially since the BTC will try to save face by axing as many suspects as possible. Knowing you're making an effort's enough though, so thanks, Brian. Can I get you anything else? Now that I remember, the recipe book has a drink created here, right? Oh yeah, the suplex. Give me one of those, please. Sure. Let's give Brian a suplex. Ugh. Did I get called? No. Guys, I miss suplexing people. On the rocks and mixed. Like, legitimately just suplexing people. I miss that so much. Bah, let's give Brian this suplex. Here. The registry form said this was an accident while making a pile driver. You can ask the creator of the drink just over there. Ah, so you're Robert. Yes, that's my name. I'm Robert, the one and only. Jill called you Gil, though. It's Argentinian slang. Robert here is from Argentina, so we call him Gil. Wait, what's the song called? Out of Orbit. It's a good song. I see. Sorry, Brian. I was sorting some stuff out at the office. Please come in. I'll be right there. Any other questions, Jill? Not really, no. Although, yeah? If you were to evaluate my performance right now, how would you rate me? Clean and timely delivery of correct orders, a top-notch bartender. Thanks. Now, if you'll excuse me. I'm surprised you haven't met him before. I received my training in another city, and the regional supervisor there was some girl named with a red mohawk. Ah, I see. So we're probably gonna find out who that character is in the next game. I wonder what else we'll talk to Brian about. Jill, was it? Shit, what was Stella's voice? Was she French? Oh. Ah, Miss Stella, what a pleasure. Are you okay? Yeah, just call me Stella. And get me a big beer, please. Huh? Sure, on it. Stella asked for a big beer. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just all mixed. A big beer. Are you sure you're fine? You didn't say, right? Of course. What's up with her? She was at the Apollo Trust Bank during that whole affair, and oh, right, that. So she didn't show up on the list of the massive body count at the aftermath. So I was hoping that maybe you've seen her. As much as I'd love to say that I had, yeah, I figured as much. Man, they're suddenly a lot heavier. I mean, I could tell her everything will be alright, but that would sound a bit condescending. What does one do in this kind of situation? Maybe a joke? Nah, that'd be tasteless. Okay, just try and say anything. At the very least, you'll break the tension. Maybe distracting her will be enough. I don't think clearly when this kind of it's so stressful. What's happening? There was a private eye here the other day. Eye? Sorry, I'm a bit on edge. A private detective, I take it? Yeah, maybe you'll want his services? What's his name? I believe it was Art. Van? No. Vaughn? Vondelay? Oh, that art guy. Yeah, I actually hired him yesterday to look for Say. So you still have hope. I'm somewhere between bargaining and depression right now, and I'm afraid to let go of bargaining. I see. Is he any good? He doesn't look like it, but he's quite skilled in gathering intel. I believe he'll give me the answers about Say, whatever they might be. Sometimes I wish I had a magic wand so I could solve all my problems with a swing, you know. Sorry if I'm making you uncomfortable. Oh, sorry, no, it's not about feeling uncomfortable, it's just weird. I usually try to say something to my clients when I see them down. And right now, I can't find any words that don't sound hypocritical, useless, or, tasteless. I'm glad to know you have that much common sense, at least. All I can do is get you drinks. Can I get you anything else? Something sweet. That'll help me calm down a bit. Gladly. Trigger Rush. We just made one, so why not? And then we'll give her a 1 Carmetrine. And it's just mixed. Here. Thanks. Seems really like Say. I don't have any brothers or sisters, and my social interactions are usually strictly business. So Say is more than a friend to me. She's... Sorry, I brought that topic up at a bad time. Don't worry about it. As I was saying, she is more than a friend. She's my emotional support. She's someone I can trust wholeheartedly. I want a future with genetically engineered cat girls. Bruh, don't we all? Don't we all? So I'd say she's like my sister, but siblings usually lack that level of trust. I have to deal with high class pricks of every race and upbringing on a daily basis. They use a business mask to hide anything they don't want others to know, and I do the same. But with Say, I can be myself. I can do whatever I want and vent all my frustrations. She's always been there for me, and now she might need me. But I'm now here sitting in a bar, making other people do that job because I'm a useless pile of flesh. I don't know, Bihuan, I'm gonna let that pass, but let's not, I don't know, that doesn't sit right with me, but I'll let it pass. Like, what if the cat starts hissing at you? Don't call him a bitch. It's bit much. Sorry about the outburst. I'm actually kind of jealous of the level of self-control you're using here. I mean, I'd be a mess in that situation. Still, would you like some fresh air? I'm gonna take my break and you could use some. Well, for, given value of fresh. I'm fine, thank you. Okay then. Go, please serve Miss Stella while I take my break. Sure, leave it to me. Valhalla. God damn, it's so chilly outside. We can... No, we'll change the music out. We'll go back to the beginning. Well, actually, we'll go from the bottom up because I don't remember most of the songs. I just chose random songs again. I'm bad, huh? I would like a kid like you know about... What would a kid like you know about, huh? I'm just giving you the facts as they are. What happened while I was gone? Let's see. Detective guy comes in, cat boomer girl greets him, they start talking, everything was okay until the girl mentions Zaibatsu core offhand. After that, the guy got riled up and started mouthing it. Oddly enough, he was the only one. She just carried on like it was just a normal conversation. I see. Well, I won't deny Zaibatsu Corp is anything but innocent. When you get down to it, it has enhanced the quality of life here. Yeah, but if by enhanced you mean getting yanked around by a shiny new chain around our necks. Can't you see that those... Oh my god, this is so intense. Can't you see that those big companies don't care about us? Why do you think Glitch City is mockingly called the guinea pig of the world? We're just one big test group for them to use however they want. But then again, I don't expect a kid to understand how hard it was, let alone a rich kid. True, I do not know the true. And true, I have privilege that clouds my judgment. But can you deny the meddling of Zaibatsu Corp has brought quite a few benefits? Like what? The AI integration program, they started making huge advances in the AI department. Every day more and more countries are seeing the benefits of recognizing AIs as citizens. Yes, but we also hold the AI Reformation program, meaning that we're also the world's Lulin prison. AI went rogue, after transfer it to a delivery drone and ship it to Glitch City. That murder is now delivering your pizza. Fair point, although that program has proven to have reformed many AIs. They don't brag about their 88% success rate for nothing. The city also has a stronger economy. Zaibatsu Corp's success has made more and more companies bring their products here. And the gap between classes continues to grow. More companies just mean more people who will plant their feet on your face. But it also means more products are being brought here into the lower class. Stores have 20% more brand variety compared to last year. Zaibatsu Corp's main medical research branch has also made lots of discoveries. More and more illnesses previously thought incurable are being addressed every day. It's amazing for those who can afford them. Meanwhile, down here, we're experiencing medicine shortages almost every month. You have a point there? Oh, but there are also more jobs. All of the companies coming down here need personnel, so the unemployment rate has gone down by almost 40% this year. More jobs? Shut up. Am I wrong? Well, that's... Hey, you, don't just sit there. Give me a Zen star. Okay, so what? When he's fucking wrong? Sure. We'll make a Zen star for the sore baby indeed. All 4 of each ingredient, all in the rocks mixed. All in the rocks mixed. Here. God, this is awful. Is your order, Zo? I seriously hope you don't really believe everything you just said. Of course I do, why else would I say it? You do bring up something I always fail to remember. All the benefits we've gained over time are limited to a few. I can talk about the advances all I want, but in the end, they're still a luxury belonging only to a few. And even those that can't be accessed by everyone are more like an improvement in the bigger picture. That doesn't take away the fact that there have been positive changes. Credit where credit's due, but don't you think? Sorry. Oh my god. That's a pretty mature answer. Discussions are a way for two parties to understand each other. The only people afraid of discussion are the ones whose points are too fragile to defend against someone. Yeah, but sure, whatever. I'm gonna take the chance to ask you about that job I gave you yesterday. I haven't been able to find much, but I can at least tell you that she wasn't at the bank when it opened up. Wait, what? What does that mean? Either she left before the whole ordeal started, or she managed to escape at some point before the whole thing ended. All the corpses are accounted for. They only focus on one totally disfigured, but witnesses identified it. It wasn't your friend, that much is for sure. I see. Did you call him here? No, he just so happened to come here today. The weird part is that the girl did enter the bank. It's like she vanished or something. I see. Thanks. Keep it up. Your face brightened up a bit. Hope is the last thing you lose, I guess. If he's telling the truth, Say might have found a way out. She's a resourceful girl. She surely did something. I think that I'll have another drink. Do you want anything? Me? Just give me whatever you order. 2 bad touches, please. On it. We're nothing but mammals after all. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the rocks and mixed. Bad touch. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ice on the rocks. Mixed. Alright, cool. I remember this one party I went to. The guy came up with the name of this drink showed up. After people found that one out, they lined up to slap him for whatever reason. They didn't seem to offend me though. Imagine a guy shows up and tells you I made a classy bad touch. Wouldn't you line up to slap him? Are you a KG? I'm fine. I can't pick a laugh right now, sorry team. Now that I think of it, did you find that girl you were looking for a week ago, Mr. Vondelay? Turns out she was at the Apollo Trust Bank all this time. No wonder I couldn't get in touch with her. Girl? Someone paid me to look for some Crimson Rose, and she happened to be at the, what? I'm trying to avoid mentioning that a dangerous assassin got stuck in the same bank as the girl you're looking for. Don't you worry. Besides, the last thing I'm worried about with Say is people. Why is that? Her attitude is usually so laid back and gentle that she has no problem getting people on her side. And on the off chance that she has to defend herself, well, I once saw her take care of a warbot gone haywire by herself. She did need medical help afterwards, but she recovered in no time and managed to take care of the bot. Is she really that good? She's not only real physically fit, but she's also really good with Krav Maga and... Something wrong? No, nothing. I just realized I forgot about all that. Say's not invincible, but she knows how to take care of herself. And like I said, she's resourceful. She surely finds a way out. I just hope she's well, wherever the hell she is. She owes me an ice cream. You want another drink, Mr. Vondelay? It's on me. Are you sure? Yeah, order away. Okay then, I'll have a piano man. And you, Miss Stella? I'm fine, get his order. 1 piano man, alright. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3. All on the rocks, mixed. Piano man. Here. So this is what drinking something classy without worrying about the price feels like. Alright, I should get going. My contact will arrive at the rendezvous point soon. I'll let you know if I find anything else, Miss Hoshi, excuse me. Please do. Right then. You've been generous today. He made my night with his discoveries on say situation. I'm not totally over it, but at least I got distracted for a bit. Well, that's it for me. Good night, Miss Hoshi. Thanks again. Please come again. You don't mind if I stay a bit longer, right? Why would I? It's not like you're asleep. Thanks. This place is soothing. I just go and sit over there near the arcades. Alright then. That would be all, Dana. Quite a mess, the situation with, Robert. Brian, you have a meeting in an hour with MI6, Hall C. Right. Oh, if it isn't Miss Hoishi herself. Ah, Brian, fancy meeting you here. I didn't expect to see you here, of all places. Are you busy? Mind catching up for a bit? Sure, no problem. Chill, we'll be sitting over here. Let me know if you need anything. Will do. This holophone's an old model, so hanging up is a bit laggy. You can call me Cass, by the way. I'm Jill. Say, you guys give a lot of liberties to my boss. I mean, she gets away with too much stuff. She's not hurting anyone, and I didn't you say it's more interesting that what... It finally hung up. Whew, it's been quite the day. At least the streets are calm today. I have arrived yet again at the... oh god, at the majestic Hall of Heroes. Calm until now. We meet again, bartender. I hate this dude so much. Virgilio, go away. You look winded, Virgilio. It's pronounced Virgilio. Nope, I'm pretty sure it's Virgilio. You said it as much last time you came. Pronunciations are a silly thing society imposes on letters. They want to be free. They want to be pronounced however they want. It's not how language works, my guy. You look winded, Virgilio. We're all little toys winded by the cruel hand of fate. Just stumbling until it decides not to wind us anymore. And yet, you're the only one in the vicinity hyperventilating. That's, I was jogging. Just like that? I can jog however I want. Yes, you can. What can I get you? Something fake. Of course. Fake. Fake. Oh my god, fake. It's so unnecessarily brown. Oh shit. Again. Grizzly Temple is mostly for the movies when it was used in. That's the only thing I can think of as fake, because I never got this guy's drinks, Lamau. He's so confusing. But I think this is fake because it's mostly for fans of the movie it was used in, right? Fake like beer, but the beer here is not fake. Beer is also fake for me. I also see that in a way. Okay, I just want to go through the definitions of some of the stuff. Nothing but mammals. Traditionally luxury, but this is pretty close to the real deal. Oh, I guess it's fake. Beer is also fake. Because this is close to the real deal. Say the name, drink 3 times in front of a mirror and you look like a fool. Unnecessarily brown. One of these will make your teeth turn blue. 8 out of 10. Smug asshole would recommend, but they're also too busy being smug assholes. It's like champagne served in a cup that had 1 bit of cola left. It will knock the drunkenness out of you, or knock you out cold. A couple of these will make your tongue feel velvety. More of them, you'll be one sleeping soundly. It's like during getting sugar. Give him a Brantini, smug asshole he is. Dude, that's true. That's true. Give him the fucking Brantini. PG rated shows, favorite beer, SATs since 2040. Unbearable, mostly used for the fans of the movie. So I want to think a Grizzly Temple or a beer. No thermometer was found in the creation of this drink. This drink is represented in the bar pianist and association with Christian property woman. Doesn't burn as hard on the tongue, but you never have much thought when drinking it. Tastes actually sparkle, but too many complaints about the skin problem, making them redesign and drink without the sparkling. Sweet, light, and fruity, as girly as it gets. Tastes like old chocolate milk with its good smell intact. Some say it tastes like caramel too. A small twist on the pile driver, putting more emphasis on the tongue burning and less on the throat burning. You'd actually think something so balanced would actually taste nice. You'd be dead wrong. Beer's description is interesting though. Pretty close to the real deal. So it's technically fake. This could be my first mistake, but this is my thoughts. All mixed. Close to the real deal because it's not traditionally brewed anymore, right? It's synthetic beer. Here you go. Now tell me why this is fake. Because I didn't even try. What? The expectations of me giving a damn about the abstract order are fake. Bravo, brilliant. What? So I could have given him anything. God damn it. Say, Virgilio, where do you work? I take the noble duties of curator at Steampunk Museum. Really? What do you do? I study everything that comes in, keep it clean for the people that visit the premises. But lately my duties have been hindered by the museum's owner. Really? Yeah, he told me stop touching the exhibits, you're gonna break them. The nerve of some people. Aha. He still fails to realize that I'm the creator there. Without me, all those machines would be rustier than they already are. I don't know if my neighbors are in trouble or if something's just happening. No, they're just having fun. That's fine. Even the visitors get that I'm the one responsible for those. Why can't the owner realize that too? Yeah. I bet he treats you like a janitor or something like that. Exactly. Okay then, time for your next challenge, bartender. Challenge, he says. I want purity. I can't give him pure ingredients. Purity? What the fuck? Service spike, maybe. Oh, sorry, the crevice spike. This is quite pure. It's like pure alcohol. Fringe Weaver. Unless it's this, because it's purely like, you know, joy and happiness and whatever. This is not pure, unless it is pure. But the Fringe Weaver sounds good, because it's, you know, pure alcohol. All aged and mixed. I don't know. It's pure alcohol. It's 2 ingredients. How is this pure? It's a drink. It's free from any human sin. It can do no... It's not pure unless it's pure. Shut up. Shut up. It's free from any human sin. It cannot do harm consciously. Ah, yes. Beautiful. Hey, you. The guy over there. Me. Yes, you. Have we met before? Can't remember. Maybe? Yeah, I think. We haven't met either. Ever. At all. That's an interesting reaction. Jid, I'll be taking my leave now. Be careful out there. Thanks. Huh? Excuse me. Have we met somewhere before? That face. That eye. What about my eye, punk? We haven't met ever at all. Never, ever, ever. Good talking to you, bartender. Did you just scare off a client? Apparently. Well, I'm off. Thanks for everything. Don't mention it. Are we done for the day?
Yep, got quite a few clients considering the whole situation. Ah, shit, that Virgilio guy. So you two actually met before? Yeah, you could say that. What? What? Gil stuff, don't mind it. What were we talking about to Brian? Well, we were mostly catching up, to be honest. I hadn't seen him in a while. I offered him a drink when we met last week. I talked a bit about what to do after the bar closes. Oh, and I tried to explain the situation with Robert here. He agreed to help me out with that one when time comes. I was hoping tuning up to the details to the new employees. New employee? A part-timer. You meet him tomorrow. Oh. Him? So it's a guy? An adorable guy, if I do say so myself. I suddenly have deja vu. Are you right, Jill? Yeah. It must be nothing. No mistakes! Brian told me to give you this. Brian's a real OG, a real G. Hell yeah, Brian. Alright, good job. Good work, team. Good job, everyone. Jill is a bit tense. Buying a shoulder massager will prevent her from getting distracted. Alright, shoulder massager, but also save first. Shoulder massager. $600? Fine. Okay, let's also save because in case we stop here or it crashes here, we have the time. Day 8. Oh, day 8. We're almost halfway through. So maybe we can get halfway through day 8 and then go from there. Men prefer Christmas cakes. The longest time the term Christmas cake was referred to women aged 26 or above who are regarded as undesirable. Oh, that was like way more shitty than I thought it would be. I thought we were going to talk about actual cakes. America should develop a sweet tooth. Who doesn't like a mature woman? Todd, 19, told the augmented eye. They have all the necessary experience already, and plus, I'm so tired of spoiled immature girls doing stupid shit. I say bring in the hot office ladies. Jill, 27, is confused. Christmas what? Is that the opposite of beefcake? After discovering the real meaning, she launched into an hour-long rant. I'll let you know pencil skirts are the best. Not great. Nano camo underwear. Tad useless unless you're a streaker. Or have a boyfriend. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair for. Okay, go to work. Good evening. Ah, yes. Hello, Jill. And that cage? I, brought my cat. Your cat? Did I hear Yasuri Kato was in the bar? Bring me that bastard. I'll give him the fist of justice. I'll make him eat the Kanto earthquake. I'll borrow his cap. Wait, there are no evil onmoji here? Boss, what the fuck? Didn't you say you brought Kato to the bar? My cat. My cat. Well, that's even better. Hey, 4. So cute. Why did you bring him? I heard some apartments in my building were being raided. I don't have anything suspicious, but you never know, so I'd rather have him here, at least today. Well, I'd say something about the health regulations, but we already had a pack of corgis here. Do you want me to take care of him in my office? Please? Sure, but he's a bit shy, so... Alright, 4, let's go to my office. And I think she didn't hear me. Say, Gil, how do you always come so early? I live close by. Really? Yep, Chief got me a small apartment nearby. Something about the BTC housing program. Oh yeah, I got mine through that too. Anyway, let's start. There was a good song. I forgot what it was called. Synthetic, Your Love is a Drug. Well, we can play Your Love is a Drug. Reminiscence. Digital Drive.
Alright, let's go. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Yo, what's up? Assad, dude. Lady, did you hear me? A dog. Another dog. Hey, I'm not just another dog, dude. I came here as a part-timer. So, you're the part-timer. Yeah, man. Boss, I'm taking my break. It's too early. Shit. The part-timer is here. Huh? He came early. Why a dog? Why? Because look at him. He's a Hawaiian shirt and sunglasses. And he's a Shiba, not a Corgi. I don't know what you're complaining about. They all look the same to me. Granted, Shibas could be seen as the Japanese counterpart to Corgis. They're both funny looking and dogs used to be royalty. Used by the royalty. Anyway, starting today, this dog will help around here. Dude, my name? It doesn't matter what your name is. Oh god, I love Dana so much. Just ex-pro wrestler, hit me with the rock. It doesn't matter what your name is. Boss, please don't shout. Sorry. Just call him Rad Shiba. Why Rad Shiba? What part of Hawaiian shirt and sunglasses don't you get? He's the raddest thing here. Thanks, dude. Anyways, he'll mostly be helping getting orders, bringing clients, and cleaning, but he ought to know how things work. Cleaning? That'd be a change of pace. He'll act like a client and see how you do work. Right. What can I get you? I'll have a Grizzly Temple, my guy. Are you okay? Yeah, just a couple of post-traumatic flashbacks. Coming right up. Alright, Grizzly Temple, easy. And one catcher mean. No flanner guides, all blended. And stop. Here. Whoa, this is awful, my guy. People actually pay for this shit? Hard to believe, I know. So, what brings a dog like you to taking a part-time job here? I'm here to help with funding of my organization. Are you with Safer Toy Company? What? No, don't let me in with those head-ring supremacists. I am more of a noble and benign organization. I belong to Sura. Sura? K9 Independent Rescue Association. We give a place where dogs can be dogs and save them from themselves. Sura is what I love, but damn, it's expensive sometimes. We decided to take part-time jobs to help fund anything it needs. We want to help Sura be the best it can be. What'd you do at Sura? Pay treatment for hurt dogs, give food to the hungry ones, play with the bored ones. You know, the usual. We just hang out and chill because we're just rad dudes. We're, there for everyone. Huh? That actually sounds kind of nice. Say, do you have a menu? Something like that, yeah, here. Now, let's see. Any recommendations? Avoid the part with the promo drinks. The Grizzly Temple is one of those. Fluffy Dream? I like the sound of this one. Hey, coming right up. The dog now wants a Fluffy Dream. 3 aldehydes. We'll put him some alcohol too. All aged and mixed. Fluffy Dream. Well, this one's nice. So, why'd you pick a bar? It seemed fun. I didn't need that many weird skills to be part of this, so it was my best bet. Besides, it's close to home, so I can get here by walking. And I do love me some walks, I tell you that. I could walk all goddamn day if I could. Weird skills. Yeah, stuff like food handler certificate, previous work experience, or, thumbs. Why'd you pick a bar? Why'd you pick a bar? On a whim too, I guess. I wanted a place where I could see people come and go all the time, and bartending sounded a bit more glamorous than just being a store clerk. Oh yeah, about that. The way you mix stuff. Yeah? Is it... Hey. It's a cat. A cat! That can't be a motherfucking cat. Hey, weren't you in the boss's office? Hello, cat. Wanna play? Let's play. Didn't dogs hate cats or something? We don't hate them unless they're intruders. Huh? You said his name is 4. Hello, 4. Let's play. Let's play. No playing allowed. You'll make a mess. 4, back to the boss's office. Meow. That's one obedient cat. My pride. You want something else? Yeah, but I'll talk with John Face over here for a bit. Eh? Oh, alright. I shouldn't get riled up so easily by dogs, but I'm just tired, I guess. Hello, Jill. Huh? That voice. Say's back! Say, how are you? Holy shit, you're ripped. And ripped up. What happened to you? It's nice seeing you too. Well, I fell from a really tall place to a really rough spot. Are you okay? Do you need an ambulance or something? I just got out of one, don't worry. How did you manage to slip by the mobs lynching white knights? It was a bit rough. Luckily, these bandages helped me conceal my identity. Why come straight here? Hi. The ambulance where I got treatment can stray too far away from the hospital. They're nice people. I've talked to them a lot while we were on rescue duties. I was nearby, and yours was the closest friendly face I could find. I need to regain my composure before doing anything else, so here I am. If you're scared because they might come for me, I can leave, you know. The security systems of the bar are top-notch, and my boss is also the bouncer of sorts here. I'd say you're actually safer here, so I'm not worried about me. Instead, I'm worried about you. First I hear you were at the bank, then find out you disappeared. And now you showed up with all those bandages? Are you fine? What happened at the bank exactly? Did you talk with Stella? She was worried sick about you. Slow down a bit. The medications make me feel everything more intensely, almost like a hangover. Sorry. It's nice to know someone like a bartender is worried about me, though. Thanks. Everyone I know has been ignoring me, so I was feeling lonely. Why would they? Well, you've seen the lynches. They give to any white knight they find. By ignoring me, they're actually saving me from getting kicked to death. My good deeds finally paid off, I guess. Can I get you anything? Something sweet without alcohol? Thank God these pants still had my wallet in them. Oh no, I couldn't take your money right now. It's on the... Jill, please. I want to pay for my drinks. I take it I won't be able to change your mind? Nope. Yes. You won't be able to change my mind. Sweet. No, sweet, no alcohol, right? Coming right up. Flavor, sweet. Sugar rushes don't have alcohol, so... And 1 powdered ketramine. All mixed. Careful. Yay, this helps me calm down a bit. So what happened to you? Where did you fall from? I was escaping the place near the end of the whole thing and had to make a leap of faith. So I've jumped from higher places, but I've landed badly here. Most of my injuries are actually from some debris that fell on me. Oh, but my broken arm is actually from the fall. How? I rolled to mitigate the fall, but I made a bad move and broke it. Good thing I drank lots of milk. I was under rubble for quite a bit, but luckily someone found me. Someone? I woke up in the hospital. They told me some guy brought me there. I didn't know who he was, but I owe him my life. What? Nothing. You just sound, cheerful. I'm alive. Why wouldn't I be? After all that happened at the bank, here I am, talking to you, being able to talk at all. Don't think too much about it. I'm fine. I'm totally Ow. How are things around here? I heard there was a huge commotion when the whole thing happened. I had to sleep here in the bar on Saturday, but I guess it could have been worse. Glad to know that. Did you contact Stella? She was on the verge of despair yesterday. Yeah, Hey Jill, I want another drink. A Bleeding Jane. Is it? 1 Bronson, 3 powdered Delta. I mean, there's no Ketramine in this one, so... And it's just blended. Here. Cheers! So, how are things inside the bank? Come again? What happened inside the bank? How did you manage to get through it? I was with this nice bunch of people. Well, they're apparently nice at the very least. We tried our best to find a way out of the whole thing, cracking through the security, finding safe spots. But then, sorry for asking all that. It was obviously over the line. No, don't worry about it. It's just the analgesics. The analgesics is still numbing me. I'll take my leave now. Thank you for everything, Jill. She doesn't want to talk about thing. Are you alright? I'm fine. That girl saw some awful things inside that bank. The sight of desperate people in one building is enough to scar anyone. Maybe I shouldn't have said all that. I mean, if it's true that she just woke up and ended up here, I don't know how I feel like I was being too pushy. That's not something I can measure. You were just worried. I bet she's still just in a little bit of shock. Yeah. Gil? Want me to make sure she's fine on her way? Please. Alright. I'll go and take my break now. Oh, that's perfect timing, dudes. Save. Awesome. That was pretty good. We will end here. It's 8 o'clock. I'm going to have some... Well, not like a huge dinner, but a little bit of dinner. I had a burrito earlier, but I'm still kind of like... My stomach is telling me that I should be getting some food, so I'll be getting some food in me. We can raid... Oh, let's raid Rika. She's streaming right now. Hell yeah. But yes, team. Oops. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate your time. I really appreciate everyone taking the time to just hang out and come and like and join me in this adventure, this game. It's been good. I've had a very good time. We're almost halfway. So I'd say, how many streams did it take? I'd say like next week we could probably finish the game. Maybe this week even if we push it, but most likely next week. And yeah. If y'all are keen on joining the raid, I would appreciate that. Go help me support a friend. If not, that's chill too. No pressure. Go do your thing. I'm gonna hang out in Rika's stream for a little bit while I make some food. Well, so actually, I'm gonna make food first and then hang out a bit. But yes, everyone else, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you hanging out. Even if you didn't chat, like, it's just nice that people come and watch. Or just leave the stream on anyway, so it's pretty chill. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I do feel like streaming again tomorrow. I feel like everything seems fine in my head. And I don't feel too tired. We also had food, so, like, kind of feeling good about it. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll continue on with the game and see what we can do. See you later, Bihuan. See you later, M. Yeah, send some love to Rika. Bye.